Here are some lesser-known but unfiltered facts about the Spartans. 1. Spartan boys were beaten for sport. Beyond the agoge training, Spartan boys participated in a brutal endurance ritual called diamastagosis, where they were publicly flogged at the altar of Artemis Orthia. The goal was to endure pain without crying out, and some boys died from the beatings. This wasn't just training, it was religious spectacle. 2. They practiced selective infanticide, but not how you think. It's widely believed that weak Spartan babies were thrown off a cliff, but there's no historical evidence of this. Instead, unfit infants were likely abandoned in the wild or given to helot families as slaves. The Gerousia, Spartan elders, made the decision, not the parents. 3. Helots were regularly hunted for sport. Spartans didn't just oppress their enslaved population. Helots, they ritualized their subjugation. The Cryptia was a secret police force of young Spartan warriors who were tasked with assassinating promising or rebellious helots. This wasn't just war, it was institutionalized terror to keep the population in check. 4. Spartan women had unmatched freedom for their time. Unlike other Greek women, Spartan women could own land, inherit wealth, and even train physically. They were expected to be strong to birth strong warriors. They also taunted men who were cowardly. Public humiliation was a motivator for bravery in battle. 5. Spartans weren't just warriors, they were master propagandists. Their reputation as unbeatable warriors was largely fueled by their own myth-making. In reality, they lost plenty of battles, like its Phacteria in 425 BC. Their strict, militaristic image helped them maintain dominance, even when they weren't the strongest power in Greece. 6. They hated money, but still used it. Spartans officially rejected gold and silver currency, using iron bars instead. But in practice, they secretly hoarded wealth and used foreign money in dealings with other Greek states. Some Spartan kings, like Lysander, embraced wealth despite their society's supposed rejection of luxury. 7. The 300 at Thermopylae had thousands of allies. The famous Spartan stand against the Persians at Thermopylae wasn't just 300 Spartans. There were about 7,000 Greek soldiers in total. However, when the battle was lost, most retreated, leaving the 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, and a few others to fight to the death. 8. They had one of the most brutal forms of social control. If a Spartan man failed to marry or father children, he was ridiculed, forced to march naked in winter, and excluded from key social and political activities. The state was obsessed with population control and maintaining a warrior elite. 9. They were surprisingly religious. Despite their harsh militarism, Spartans were deeply religious. They refused to fight during certain religious festivals, which is why they delayed sending troops to the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE. Their piety sometimes overruled their pragmatism in war. 10. They ultimately failed because of their own system. Spartan society was too rigid to adapt. Their strict social structure meant that their warrior class dwindled over time, as only full Spartan citizens, homoioi, could serve in the army. By the time of their defeat by Thebes at Leuctra, 371 BC, they had too few warriors left to maintain dominance. Spartans weren't just tough, they were brutal, deeply superstitious, and obsessed with controlling every aspect of their society. But in the end, their own rigidity led to their downfall.